Hey guys and gals, welcome back to Shaggy's Awesome Garage. I'm glad you're here today. Hopefully this is going to be a short video. Today we're going to do a little something different. Modeling is a great hobby, but there are other hobbies that us modelers get into nowadays. And I'm going to show you guys one of the other hobbies that I do besides building model cars. One of my other hobbies is making dioramas. Hopefully this isn't going to be a very long video. I'm just going to show you just a couple of dioramas I built, and I've also made props from movies. The first one I'm going to show you is a church that I built for my wife's father. It was a church that he grew up in. His father was a minister at this church for probably, I don't know, Leonard, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm thinking probably, without knowing for sure, 50 plus years maybe. Anyhow, the church is called Jamestown Primitive Baptist Church, and it's in Jamestown, Louisiana. It's a church that my wife grew up in, and she'd go to church camp there every year. It's just a big part of my wife's family. And after we got married, we've been married for 30 plus years now. And ever since we were married, when we lived in Louisiana, that was our home church. A lot of memories in that church. It's a really great place. But enough about the history. Let me show you what's going on with it. I built this church. I'm not sure what scale it's in. I didn't really want to start a scale. I kind of started with the base that I had already cut. I was building it for another diorama that I was going to be using. But I just decided one day, I was flipping back through some old photos we had, and I saw a picture of the church. I should build that church just to see how it comes out. And to tell you the truth, guys, it really turned out fantastic. I'm very proud of it, and Leonard and Linda's very proud of it. That's my wife's parents. Everybody that sees it thinks it's just great. I think it's great. But how I built this church is I used the walls. I think it was 1/4 inch XPS foam, and I reinforced that with wooden dowels. There's wooden dowels for the porch area. That's what's holding up the roof over the entrance to the porch. And the siding on the church is supposed to be that shiplap siding, I think it's called, or the what was it called? Like pine board, or I'm not real sure what it's called, but that is cereal boxes cut down into strips and used for siding. It's a great material. It's not real rigid, but it's rigid enough to do for what I needed. It was like I said, it was cut out of the large cereal boxes, cut out, painted with flat white paint. All the siding that you see is that particular cardboard, and I used the cardboard up on the steeple, and I used the cardboard for the front door inserts, and the windows were actually they're real stained glass. I mean, not on this particular build, but in the church, it's stained glass, of course, and the stained glass that I put in the diorama, or the model, I guess you could say, was printed off the internet to look exactly like the windows in that church. And the green that you see on the porch, that's actually some like green indoor-outdoor carpet that they had there for a long, long time. I don't know who was the manufacturer of that stuff, but it held up very well. And the grass that you see around the side of the church, that is sawdust shavings that I put in a little cup, started around with some green paint to try to resemble grass. At the time, I didn't have the flocking material or the grass material that you can buy with the static gun to make it hold up or whatever. I haven't had the chance to buy one of those yet, and that will probably be one of my next purchases if I keep doing the dioramas like I did. Anyhow, enough about that. Back to the church. This church, I'm going to put up a couple of pictures of it throughout the years, and I'll put up a recent photo from GPS, or the map app that you can go to online and check it out. Like I say, it's a very big part of my family's history, and there you go. That's that's it about the church. Hope you enjoy it. Again, it's Jamestown Primitive Baptist Church in Jamestown, Louisiana. Anyhow, the next build, if I was to build my own house out of like an old cabin or whatever, this is what it would be. It's not based off of any structure per se. It's just what come out of my head. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. In this case, I believe it's a good thing. And it's a 2-story cabin. I tried to make it look like a log cabin, or maybe, you know, just a cabin that someone threw together of just stuff that they found in the woods, or they cut their own lumber. It's a 2-story cabin that you would find out in the woods, maybe up in a little small foothill mountain town or something like that. I built it thinking I was going to put it on my shelf, but my father-in-law saw it and said he had to have it. So I made a little yard sign in the front, said Woodall Realty. That's my last name. So we put it up on there, and lo and behold, they bought it. Well, not really, but it's still a pretty cool story. Anyhow, that's there's not much to that. I mean, it doesn't have an interior. Of course, the everything is scratch built again, and I used the siding that you see is actually, it's the popsicle sticks that I cut down and stained using a real wood stain, and I weathered it. And some of the windows are falling apart. The little shutters aren't doing what they're supposed to do. And the fireplace is made from XPS foam. XPS foam. And I cut each individual brick and laid each individual brick by hand, one by one. And the roof, the what's it called? The corrugated roof panels, that is cardboard box that I stripped the paper off of and used the corrugation of the cardboard for the roof tiles. Of course, it's weathered and painted to look like it's rusty. Of course, I used, again, sawdust for the grass, painted green. And I used some of the my wife's diamond drills for some of the ground cover and rubble and all that. But yeah, there's that. So there's one more I would like to show you guys that's I'm pretty proud of. Hang on just a second and I'll adjust the camera so you can see it a little better. Yeah, guys, the third edition in my diorama builds that I wanted to show you is a dice tower castle entrance porticus. I think it's called a porticus. That's this little thing right here. The gate that goes up and down. That's made out of toothpicks. And again, we have, let me pick it up so you can see a little better. Again, we have diamond art drills down here for clutter. And this was a 1-inch piece of XPS foam that I chipped away on the sides and used the chips as rubble for the stones and bricks. And it's all weathered and painted. And each one of these bricks are cut by hand and installed by hand, one at a time. Got a little side window there. Got an arrow slot for those defending the castle. And we have other windows. And in the back, I just wanted to do something a little different. I used XPS foam and cut each individual log and weathered it, and took a little scriber and cut little grooves of the wood in there. I think it's pretty cool. And of course, we have sand down in the back. We have moss growing on the side. And the tree is really just, I really need to replace this tree. That thing has been on there forever. I probably built this thing 3 or 4 years ago. But like I say, it's a dice tower. And on top of the tower, we have little dragons. Let me scoot the camera back so you can see a little better. Let's see if I can hold that up to where you can see the dragon. There we go. There's a dragon on each corner. Oop, that one fell over. Yep, got to put him back together someday. And I wanted to put gargoyles on here, but I couldn't find gargoyles. I was in Hobby Lobby one day and I saw a packet of dragons. So there we go. We got dragons on top of the dice tower. If any of you guys ever played D&D or any of those, I don't know, adventure type role playing games, that's what inspired this. I used to play that when I was a kid. Me and my brothers we'd all get together and play Dungeons and Dragons and all that. We would have several days of one adventure. But yeah, let me show you how this dice tower works. As you can tell, it's open on the inside, and there's little panels that go. One goes like this, and one goes like this, and they're like interlocked, but they're also open inside. I'll show you how a dice tower works. You put the dice in the top here, and they roll down. There you go, just like that. That's how a dice tower works. I think it's pretty cool. Anyways, there's that, guys. That's my dice tower. Dice tower, castle, fortification, whatever you want to call it. Hope you like that. And the last entry I'm having for stuff that I build other than model cars, it's from a movie one of my favorite movies on my movie list. I've told you guys about that before. This is probably in the I don't know, probably third or fourth favorite movie. Hopefully you guys can recognize what these are. Not sure you can. These are element stones. We have air, fire, water, and earth. These are all made from XPS foam also. If you look down inside there, you can see the color of the foam. And I did this like this so I could put tea lights in here and use them as candles. I could put the tea lights in the top and have a little flame. In the movie, they didn't have flames on the top. I think it was, or did it? Heck, I can't remember. It's been so long since I've seen the movie. I'm gonna go now. I got to go watch it just to see. But yeah, these are hand built and weathered to look just like stone. I'm pretty proud of them. This is the second set I've done. The first set didn't turn out so well, and I gifted it to someone. But yeah. These are the element stones from the movie Fifth Element. I think they're pretty cool. There we have earth, water, fire, and air. If you guys ever watch a movie, you know what the Fifth Element is. Anyhow, guys, that's my spiel about dioramas and stuff other than I make than model cars. If you guys ever do any of that stuff, let me know. Or I know there's a couple of guys I watch that do garage dioramas. I really need to build myself one. I know Joe over at Model Building Corner is in the middle of building him one. And then Ed over at One Team Garage, he's, if you ask me, he's the master of building garages. That guy does a lot. And JT over at Nehemiah Garage Time has a garage. There's a lot of you guys out there that build garages, and you guys have inspired me. I need to build my own. So there we go. Like I said, hope the video didn't run too long. Thank you guys for stopping by. Remember to hit the like button, leave me a comment, let me know if you guys have done any dioramas or garages. If you have, please let me know. I love reading those comments. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It really helped me out, and I'd love interacting with you guys. In any case, that's my spiel for today. Sorry it took so long, but I had a little bit to get through. And remember, guys, keep the airbrush blowing and that stash growing. We'll catch you on the next one. Later.